I'm Bobby Ray. I'm here today to talk to y'all about the Red Dawn Campaign that's taking place March 2nd and 3rd at Level Up Gaming in Pensacola, Florida. More specifically, I'm going to go over the campaign map that you see behind me right now. We're going to go into the campaign rules and details and how you are going to use this map to win on the battlefield against the communist invaders that have attacked our beloved country. Alright, so what you see here is the campaign map. Okay, now my cousin Robert put this campaign map together based off of some limited information when the communist attacks first happened at Corpus Christi down here and at Prince Rupert up here in British Columbia. Now based off of the limited intelligence that we have been able to ascertain, Warsaw Pact forces are going to try to divide our country and capture Denver and Cheyenne Mountain. Your goal as NATO forces will be to prevent that. Now, on the map, you will see these blue and green lines. These blue and green lines, down here in the key, tell you what they are: interstates and highways. Interstates allow for 3 territories to be moved. Highways allow for 2 territories to be moved. Also, you will see there are several circles that denote various cities across the country. Some of them strategic, some of them not as much. But they are locations that can be captured and occupied by Warsaw Pact forces. The greater cities are those that are also considered logistics control points. These logistics control points correspond with the color of territories around them. So right here in Shreveport, it's purple. The territories outlined in purple correspond directly with Shreveport and that logistics control point. If Shreveport falls, NATO forces can't conduct attacks from these territories that fall within the purple boundary. As we know, 3 months ago, a shooting war broke out in Europe. So what this means is that most of our equipment is tied up fighting in Europe. What we have in America is predominantly National Guard forces and Marine Reserve forces going up against an entire army of Cubans, Russian airborne units, and also Russian armor and mechanized forces. Warsaw Pact forces will begin in the Corpus Christi landing zone and the Prince Rupert and Kitimat landing zones in British Columbia. Their goal is to drive down into the United States and drive north into the United States to link up both fronts and capture Denver, thereby dividing the country. So as y'all have noticed from the campaign rules that were published in the last newsletter, you've got a couple of different locations on the map that have, looks like parachutes. These are locations where airborne operations can be conducted. These airborne operations, if they are exploited, which means by having ground troops link up with them in the same round or in the same strategic moves phase, there'll be big movement on the map because of it. So airborne operations will be integral to what the Warsaw Pact forces are doing in order to invade our country. So there are also going to be a number of events that players can trigger. So an example would be if Warsaw Pact captures all the cities in Texas, something will happen. You'll be given additional rules and an envelope that will tell you what you are going to do from that point forward. And the same goes for NATO forces. NATO forces will have an opportunity to trigger different events on the map to open things up and to expand the campaign. So as y'all saw in the last copy of the Calumet Inquirer, a lot of what we're doing on this campaign map is reflected in Battlefront Miniatures Firestorm campaigns. So there's 4 phases. You're going to roll for initiative, you're going to declare attacks, you're going to resolve those attacks, and then you're going to conduct your strategic moves. And it's real simple. Rolling for initiative, the rules have laid that out. Alright, so the declare attacks phase. Let's just make things very clear. All attacks are happening simultaneously. And the movement that occurs during the strategic moves phase has no impact on what happens during the declare attack phase and how you will do your strategic moves. In this situation, this attack, if they win, they will place their markers just like normal. Even if NATO wins up here on their declared attack, and they take 3 spaces that would have ended up preventing Warsaw Pact from going this direction. That is how that would be correctly resolved. Now you should have an understanding about how to use the campaign map, and you also have the rules, and you know where to find them at. The rules will also be posted at Level Up Gaming in Pensacola, where the Red Dawn campaign will take place 2 and 3 March.